What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Another day, another project over here at Auto Auction Rebuilds. So we did something yesterday. We put in some light. We put in some pretty badass lights too. These are 30,000 lumens a piece. These are LED. They're $150 each, and I'll probably be getting another one or two to put over on this side of the shop. But look at the light in here. I mean, this is great. This is excellent for finding flaws and body work and stuff. Of course, we need lights on the sides as well. Now, I'll probably take care of that later. We have one of my subscribers was nice enough to send, there's a bunch of them up there, a bunch of LED lights that I think we're going to run around the sides to really illuminate the side of the cars and stuff that we pull in here. So this is the 2010 Chrysler Sebring with, I think it's got 90,000 miles on the odometer. Now this is not a bad looking car, with the exception of it's got a lot more damage to the front than I realized. And I told you guys before, I bought this sight unseen. It was $300 and some. So I just jumped on it because I figured it had to be worth it. It was listed as a no run, no start, no drive. Did have keys, but unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything with this one. I'll show you guys why here in a minute. I don't know if the tires match or not. The tires are okay. They're decent. They're not great, but they are decent. These are Yokohama Avid Touring S. We've got Avid Touring S over here. Hey, tires are worth money. Yeah, okay. So it's got a matching set of tires that are in decent shape. And are these alloy rims? No, these are hubcaps. Okay, so we got Steelies. Those aren't really worth a lot, but we got an engine, runs good. We got a transmission that shifts good. We got 4 good wheels and tires. I believe we've even got a good light over here. Nope, broken tab right there. So we've got some usable parts. You know, mechanically, the thing's in solid condition. It's a little on the dirty side, but everything works. I mean, hot heat, cold air conditioning. The seats are in good condition. The only bags blown are in the front here. So I guess what I'm saying is there's plenty of usable parts. I have, oops, I think I just dinged the car. Damn, I guess I'll leave that on video. Oopsie. Yeah, I don't know. I would say there's more than $500 worth of parts here. Easily more than $500 worth of parts. So I got to decide what to do with this thing. And initially I was like, we are going to jump in on this and we are going to fix this. This is going to be a great and fun rebuild project. And as Sam Crack said, there's nobody rebuilding a Sebring on YouTube. So I almost said challenge accepted. Let me show you what we got going here. What I love about these Chryslers and a lot of Hyundais and stuff too is the way everything just bolts on. It's all just plastics that you can unbolt and put new parts back on, and you're good. It's pretty simple stuff to work on. The issue with this is the frame rail. It's bad. It's real bad. I don't know how well you can see it, and I can only get the camera so far in there, but the frame rail comes out straight here, except right here is a big kink where the frame rail has shifted that way, and that's a problem. But that's not the only problem. The next problem is this part of the frame rail is kinked up here at the front too, and it's kinked pretty damn good right there. So this frame rail is in bad shape. I don't know if that goes past this kink in the frame rail here and runs back to where the motor mount and everything is, because if it does, then that means everything under here could be shifted. And let's be real, guys, this Carfax report is great on this. Got an excellent Carfax report, but it's worth $4,000. So you really have to take into account what you're going to be able to sell it for, how much you have in it, how much parts are going to cost. We're looking at a windshield, a dashboard, a hood, a fender, the bumper, the core support / header panel, headlights on both sides. The condenser core is good, radiator is good, it still holds coolant. I drove this thing just fine. It actually drives great. There's no issues with drivability. We're We're going to need airbags. The airbag module is going to need to be sent in to be reprogrammed, unless I can use that launch tool of mine to do it. I don't know. I don't think the pretensioner blew. It almost had to. I'll have to run a diagnostic and see if we blew the pretensioner in the seatbelt, which I'm sure we did because it deployed both airbags. So most likely both of the seatbelts pretensioners have blown. So I guess at the end of the day, you know, we need 2 fenders, the hood, the lights, the bumper, the grill. The grill may be usable. I don't know. In other words, we need a whole front end. Windshield, dashboard, airbags. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go into this. And that is before we even get into this tweaked, and it's, I mean, I say tweaked, it's not tweaked. This frame rail is just, she's leaning. She got sideways on us. What do you think? I think personally the car is not worth repairing that frame rail. I'm not even sure how we repair that, guys. I could talk to Mike about it, but I mean, you know, if it had been like up here, I've seen on YouTube, I've seen plenty of times where people, you see, I don't know if you see, there's spot welds here. You can separate it, you can cut it apart, you can put a new one on, but that's not what's going on here. We've got the frame rail with all this other stuff sitting on top of it, like other sheet metal, stuff that holds the motor in place and everything. Like, I'm real suspicious about that. So alternatively, this could be a parts car. And I'm certain I could sell the whole car for more than 500. I mean, I'd almost bet I could sell the whole car for 1,000. The motor and transmission's worth, I mean, hell, I don't know what it's worth. It's a good running motor and a good shifting transmission, no leaks or anything. Possibly, and you guys can comment below and tell me what you think, possibly maybe this car would be worth more if we pulled the engine, pulled the transmission, and then pulled some of the lights. I don't know. We're not trying to be a dismantler or anything like that here. That's the other thing, is I'm not trying to fill up the lot full of a bunch of car parts that in hopes I'll someday, you know, a year or two from now, finally sell everything out of. So I don't really want to do that. I think this car would probably be best going to a dismantler because it is in good shape. There's plenty of usable parts on it. Or maybe we could find somebody that needs parts for their Sebring and they'll just buy the whole damn car for $1,000. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. You guys can comment below and tell me what you think we should do with the Sebring. The possibilities are kind of endless. The battery, she's not doing too hot. Let's see if we can put it on jump start and fire it up for you guys so you can hear it run. Let me find the key. All right, we'll put this on, put it on engine start. Oh, it doesn't want to start the engine. Okay, guess we're going to get the booster pack out. This car is giving me a hard time today. All right, so big shout out to Jump and Carry. Again, I always promote these guys because they sent me this amazing booster pack. The thing is like, I don't remember, 5,000 cranking amps. It's insane. For the JNC 1224, this thing has never failed to start anything at all. It'll start diesels, dump trucks, semi trucks. It literally will start anything. So it never has a problem with these little 4-bangers. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in one of these, because these things are a lifesaver, especially if you're jump starting cars on the regular. So it should fire right up. There it goes. It runs great. It's a cold start. Air conditioning does work. We could put some tape, put some tape over this, and you never know anything's wrong. It'll look brand new. It really is a good running car. It is such a shame. Look at that. Purring like a kitten, man. I'll tell you what, those shop lights make a hell of a difference in here. I mean, even in the daytime, it makes a hell of a difference in here. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll get 2 more of those, and we'll put them right over here one here and one there. And I think with 4 of them, this place will be great. The lighting is extremely important, not just for working on cars, but as you can see, hey Tim, shut those lights off real quick so we can show them like the difference. Now turn it back on. All right, now this is in the daytime, and remember we got lots of natural lighting up here, so that really helps that we have these, whatever those are, that provide natural sunlight in. That really helps. I have to show you guys at night. At night, it's insane how bright it is in here. But we want it bright in here so that the camera can give you the best picture quality possible. So having good lighting is extremely important. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this thing. I mean, I do want to fix it. I really do. It runs so damn good. It's just, I'd almost have to buy another one of these, and hopefully I could find one in the same color to be able to do this. Or alternatively, I could find another one of these that's wrecked elsewhere, and we could use the parts off of this to fix that one. It's hard to say. This is a good car though. I really hate to see good cars, you know, end up in the crusher, but that may be where this one is heading, because I don't know what we're going to do about that frame rail. I guess that's something I could talk to Mike about, Weird Beard. We'll see what he thinks. I know he's extremely busy. He's working on that Harley Davidson truck. Stay tuned. He's got a video coming out real soon on the Harley. I know you guys forgot about my Harley Davidson. You guys remember my black Harley Davidson pickup truck? It didn't disappear. He's been down there busting his hump on it, man. And you guys are going to get to see an awesome video from him real soon. So subscribe to Mike, aka Weird Beard, on YouTube. It's just Weird Beard on YouTube. Subscribe to him, and that way you can get notified of updates on the Z car, the 350Z, and the Harley truck. And comment below on what you think I should do with this. Now, my brother just had a really good idea. He said that it's filling up with carbon monoxide in here. We should probably open a door. I didn't think about that, but he's probably right. I mean, granted, there is a lot of room in here, but there's not a whole lot of ventilation. So we should probably open some doors here. There we go. You can do it. You know what I think we need to do next? I think for tomorrow's video, we need to bring in the Audi A3. We need to find a way to drag that sucker in here and get it on the lift.
That's going to be a challenge.
That's going to be a challenge. So I wish we could do more in this video. I'm not going to take this car out on the street. Sorry guys, it's too rough to be out here cruising around. We're not going to do that. I think I am just going to let this car go. But first I'll see what your comments are. I will. But either way, there's no way we're going to lose money on this. I could drag this down to Mike, and I'm sure he could sell it for $1,000, you know, and that's, again, double your money. That's the name of the game. It doesn't matter how you do it. Legally, of course, you got to do it legally, but it doesn't matter if you're taking salvage cars and just reselling them to somebody who can use the parts or whatever. As long as you're making money, you're doing it right. The door just closed itself. A little strange. So here's what I'd like you guys to do. Number one, comment below what you think we should do with the Sebring. It's rough. That frame rail is in real bad shape. I'm sure it's just metal, Mike would say. It's fixable. I just don't know if it's truly worth fixing. The name of the game right now is making money, as much money as possible, as quickly as possible, because, well, let's be honest, we need the money here. So comment below, tell me what you think. I'm thinking it would probably I'm thinking this car would probably be best just going to somebody else, making a quick double your money profit on it, sending it on down the road. If you want to see the Audi A3 tomorrow, I mean, we got the Audi A3 and we got the old Mustang. You'd rather see the Audi A3? Do me a favor, thumbs up this video, comment below that you want to see that Audi A3 Turbo in here tomorrow. And please, if you really want to help support the channel, share this video. I mean that. And I've seen it. You guys have been sharing the crap out of the last couple videos because they have been doing insanely well, and I appreciate that. That means the world to me, and I appreciate all of you for doing that. So please, like the video, share the video on social media, wherever, and comment below that you want to see that Audi A3 Turbo in here tomorrow. Let's get that car in here, and we'll see what kind of damage it's got and what it's going to take to put it back together. I mean, if that's what you guys want to see. Until then, stay safe out there. We'll catch you tomorrow in the next one.